I do. I feel like Mercer really has prepared not only me, but all of my classmates for each of our individual residency positions. Mercer, of course, with the problem-based learning and group-based learning, we develop a really great foundation for the preclinical sciences, and then we transition in the third and fourth year where we get to work with attendings in all different specialties and fields. And to me, those are my favorite years because you can take what you learned in the classroom and apply it directly to patients, which is what we want to do in the long run. So I feel like our academics are very strong here and definitely will prepare us for residency. However, one of the most important things is that I feel like Mercer prepares you to be a compassionate physician. We develop really great interpersonal skills with staff, patients, other team members from day one through clinical skills that we do at Mercer, community medicine, and just working in the community. So to me, that's one of our strongest suits, is that, of course, every day we improve on our knowledge base and we learn because medicine is a growing, changing career path. And one of the most important things, though, is being a compassionate physician, which I think every single one of my classmates, all the classmates before me and all in the future will really have as a benefit going into medicine.
So my undergraduate coursework at University of Georgia was a very generalist degree. I felt like everything I was doing was an intro to this course, an intro to that course, with nothing ever giving me any specific details enough for me to feel like I had a strong background in science. I had a strong ability to study science, but I didn't have a strong knowledge base. What has been so incredible about this program is that I'm retreading a lot of the things I discussed in undergrad, but in such a greater depth that I feel like I have a true mastery of biochemistry, cell biology, immunology, that I feel that through this program I'm finally able to say with confidence that I'm prepared for medical school and I am prepared for the sciences that will be put before me, both on the clinical side and the basic medical science side. Being every day less than 50 yards from the medical classrooms, being in direct contact with medical professors every single day has been such an incredible inspiration to see that I'm just that close. I am 1 year of coursework away from going on and finally fulfilling my dream of going to medical school, becoming a doctor, and serving my community.
My long-term goals obviously are to finish the next 3 years of residency, and then after that, I would like to find myself in a sort of a rural hospital, smaller emergency department. I'm not a big city kind of guy. That's not something I'm interested in doing. So make my way back to Georgia, find a little hospital somewhere that needs a good emergency medicine doc, and we'll take it from there. The thing that interests me the most about the rural environment is it puts more of the onus on the emergency medicine doctor, because I don't have a neurosurgeon at my beck and call. I don't have an orthopedist there to reduce that fracture. I don't have all of those resources that you have at the big tertiary facility. So it's more of a chance for me to sort of stretch my bounds and do more at the facility, and also the rural areas let me be a little more a part of the community. If you go to Atlanta and be a doctor, you're one of 10,000 doctors in Atlanta, or whatever the number is. You're one of a bunch of folks. But if you go to a smaller town and you're one of 15 docs that take care of that town, it's easier to be a part of that community, and that's kind of what we enjoy, myself and my family.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but my calling to help children probably originates from my mother, because she was a social worker before she retired, and worked with kids, and she worked in a group home, and I was up there a lot as a child, seeing the people that she worked with and just the difference that one person can make in the life of a person who hasn't had anyone. I wanted to work with the people that society or even other adults might see as not worth their time. And for me, that means children with disabilities or children from disadvantaged backgrounds, like in the foster system. I wanted to be that person that said, you are worth my time and you are important.
I am going into family medicine, and I had an idea that I wanted to do family medicine coming into medical school, but I didn't know for sure. So I took advantage of every rotation that I was on for third year, and every rotation, I just loved it. I loved pediatrics. I loved OBGYN. I enjoyed surgery, but I love different aspects about every rotation, and the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't have to decide if I go into family medicine. I get to do it all. So I picked family medicine because I liked everything about medicine, and I wanted to keep doing that for the rest of my life. I think as a family medicine physician, I'll be put in a unique situation where I get to see family members across many different generations. I'll see babies right as soon as they're born. I might even deliver them in the room. I'll take care of them as they grow, as they become middle school students and high school students and go off to college. And as a family medicine doctor, I could take care of their children. And family medicine is unique where you get to take care of patients from cradle to grave. And I think that puts you in a very unique position in the community to make a difference for many years at a time. You are that person's confidant, that person's mentor, that person's role model. They look to you for support and guidance, and being a part of someone's life for that long, they really get under your skin. You take them home with you. You care about them on more than just a doctor-patient level. You care about them as a person and as a friend.
So my long-term goal is to be a primary care physician in a medically underserved area. I've been accepted to medical school, and I'm really preparing myself for that transition now. You know, the mission was the main reason I decided to attend this university. You know, the fact that it is specifically looking out for medically underserved communities, and it is making a push toward primary care physicians, and the fact that you can see that from the statistics of, you know, where the physicians here are going to practice, what fields they're practicing when this is over. You know, I dream of being in a community where I can have the greatest impact. It might not be considered the best community, but I know they might. I definitely know they'll need my services. Honestly, that's the only reason I want to practice medicine. There's enough physicians around for anyone to fill a void, but to offer primary care to patients that normally couldn't afford it is my end goal.